Okay,
Right.
it's fixed, Dan.
Nice. Okay. Welcome everyone in chat this evening, and props proxony to the fun or cool anyway on the night on the name change. Boop. I'll put her tweet out just to get it out. All right. Well, Stormfall, huh? We are here, episode 123, 123. Jeez, can you believe it? 123, one a week.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And we only just got done the prologue 20 episodes ago. So.
Pretty much, yeah. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, a lot happened last session, and that's my summary. The players had found themselves after diving through Badakir, part of the Underdark below the ancient dwarven city of Kaldarul, back at Kaelin's estate, just outside of the city. And gosh, in a moment of downtime, a lot of things went wrong. The Nothic-esque creature followed them back to their keep. There were Shadarkai. They had their time spell little squared off frame in the basement stolen, and Sterling Sam shared what had happened, with a deal being made for another item with the Nothic. Sterling Sam had a Shadarkai with her that had a little she got her information from. And there had just been so many things left and right that happened, that at the end, Sterling Sam let them know that I forget how much she said and how much they discovered elsewhere now, but Ormia was planning some sort of an attack. They found out that she had, in fact, a week ago, attacked their keep successfully, and the Shadar-kai was on the ground, and Kaelin was confronting it outside her door. And she was just done. Kaelin was just done. There was too much going on, a little too much, and she ran, just pushed the blade through this Shadarkai's throat into the ground below. And yeah, I know, for real, Ed, that's so funny. I really should have watched it 3 times before we got going. Yeah, and Divanya then disintegrated it. Whew. And everyone shot over to, including Sterling Sam along with them, over to the keep, back outside of Zambora, on the kingdom, on the continent of Ephron. Only to find Felix bound and gagged, and had been. He was very, looking fairly, weak and somewhat emaciated, as he hasn't eaten for, nearly a week. Left behind by Ormia, not killed, oddly enough, but left behind, is sharing the tale of how she set up a distraction around the perimeter of the forest to distract the forest guardians. And because she had personal access and knew of this and had been here, she easily bamfed right in. Walked in through the mirror down in the basement and came out with this tattered old box and bamfed out. Walked out of the mirror. Went in empty-handed, came out with a box, and then bamfed out. And Felix, in perhaps the most sane state he's been in, or delusional, we don't know, commented on the pizza and which way the cheese and sauce go. I think that's where we wrapped up last week's session. So we'll pick it up there. Everyone's gathered around Felix in the kitchen for the most part. It's a pretty large kitchen. And he's been untied, and people are caring for him. Blueberry just comes over and drops a sausage or two out of her little treat bag over to you, Felix.
Caitlin's standing probably a couple of rooms away, like peering through doorways at the situation. She's not inside the same room.
Okay.
Okay, no joke. This crust is actually really good. What's your guys' recipe? Like, do you let it rest twice, or what's the deal here?
We found the best way to toss it is with your hands. You do it over the knuckles. And instead of kind of flattening it out, you have to actually toss it.
Nice. Never thought of that. I put mine in a pan.
In a pan? We got a hot stone that we put ours on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we call it the original pizza stone.
Very cool. And you carry that with you everywhere you go?
No.
A bag of holding, of course.
Yeah. Obviously. And then I'll lean over to Bart. That's where we put it, right?
Amongst that and 200 other things.
Nice. I'll figure for the sake of who's here and who's not tonight, that Emil and Mort, you also find yourselves in the kitchen. Blueberry drops the sausages and runs off, and Rain's sort of exploring her own areas, as is Devanya.
Kaylin will kind of come into the door frame of the kitchen. So, what happened?
She caught me off guard. That's the short end of it. It looks like she used the mirror somehow and then left me here. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It was looking a little grim for a second there.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't remember, Dan, out of character.
Oh, she said very little. I don't think she said
She
anything
said,
of
quote,
importance.
very little.
Yeah.
Quotes.
She was sneering and had her haughtiness to her, but she didn't say anything outside of, a surprise that you were there and kind of trying to put you in your place in her eyes.
She called me a very little person.
Good.
Yeah, well, she was never really our friend, was she?
I guess not.
She was just. We were a means to an end, and now she's at that end, I guess.
Not yet, she's
No,
not.
she was our friend until the Lich took over her.
So when she drained the unwilling blood of Rhinewind and killed Felix, she was... No.
The Lich was trying to control her. Do you not understand what was happening?
I understand that a person chose over and over again that their quest was more important than the people around them.
It wasn't her fault. Caitlin's gonna go outside. Or at least leave the room.
Okay. You can do an investigation check if you want. I know you said you were looking door to door. While you're doing that, Mort, what are you up to?
Well, after, I guess, getting caught up with Felix, his first probably thought would be to maybe grab Erwin and check out the mirror room to see what state it's in. So he would ask Erwin if she would like to. I don't know. Has Erwin seen the mirror?
Yes.
Okay.
She looked in it and saw herself alone.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go down and see what kind of state she left it in?
I mean, I'm expecting the room to be empty, but sure.
Okay. I'll head down to the mirror room.
Okay, you find your way down. The trapdoor is just knocked off its hinges. It's been ripped off entirely and tossed across the room. You head down the ladder and across that long pathway. Any obstructions that I can't remember if there was earth put back down or not, but everything's just open. She about a week ago came through here, blasted through. The door itself has it's just covered in runes. Or words of power, really, that are counteracting the words that you had put or that had existed there beforehand. Finally, scratching out with multiple scratches the previously existing words on this door. The large, heavy 8x8 stone that holds the door and plate locked has been lifted and thrown off to the side. The door's ajar. As you step into the room, the mirror.
I'm gonna actually look close. I see new runes and I go, ooh,
Okay.
learning.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check to see what they are.
That's a 1.
Really cool runes. Yeah.
So I have.
Runes.
I. What did you say? History or Arcana? Because if it's Arcana, that's a 6.
Arcana. Yeah.
So that's a 6. So I've never seen these before. This is really cool.
Nice. I mean, you get the gist with a 6. They're just intentionally woven to counteract what was there. They're like nullification for that particular spell. So you appear inside the room, and that same soft, dry ice look covers the floor, and the pillars of light still shine down on the mirror that stands there floating 1.5 feet or so above the floor in the center, as it has, still powered, still intact.
Didn't I say she took the mirror?
She walked into it, and then later on walked out of it with a box, a weather-worn wooden box.
Well, I'll go inspect the mirror and see if there's anything done to it.
Please make an investigation check.
Investigation or Arcana?
Arcana's like, is there magic coming off of it? And it's like, oh, it's a crap ton here. So, this is like looking over to see if anything's been done.
13.
Better that than a will saving throw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have helped Erwin do that.
Oh, go ahead. All right, so
Okay.
either you can do separate or she can advantage.
You probably have a better investigation than I do.
Don't assume.
My investigation's a flat roll.
Oh, mine's a little better.
Yeah, and I know you're a wizard, so
22.
Okay.
yes, I got a 13.
The mirror appears to still be intact, as you recall it. She just must have known how to access it, or that something was in there and directly how to go. You do recall that this mirror uses, similar to the Omega Tower, this uses reality-altering magic. And it requires a huge amount of energy, hence the triple intersection of ley lines powering it. So it's one of those things much akin to a wish spell, where you kind of need to be careful what you're thinking of or what you're pushing onto the mirror as to what you want.
Okay, so since it's such powerful magic that she's saying this thinking aloud to Mort, since she used such powerful magic, we never really studied this thing. We kind of looked at it and then everyone freaked out, and then we locked it up. So we haven't really studied this thing, so we don't really know how it works. But we know it's really powerful. So I wonder if there's some leftovers, some residue from her spell that we can figure out kind of where she went, maybe, or what she was carrying.
Take a look. I guess, Arcana?
Yeah, make an Arcana check, each of you, if you would. And you've got time, so I'll let you both do it at advantage. But while you're doing that, I'm going to jump back to Kaylin. What'd you get in that investigation check, Kaylin?
A 6?
Ah.
Yeah.
Boy, you haven't seen this place in a while. Things
Yeah.
you think look okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no one in there, at least. You know, the coast is clear. Things look relatively untouched, except this destructive path from, from her bedroom upstairs, down the stairs and through the house and down to the, that trap door out to the mirror. It looks like she's just smashing stuff and raging as she went through, or at least partly. You can see where there immediately was probably Felix was up in that area when she bamped in and had the tussle. And then she was just raging stuff.
So she notices that it goes up to her bedroom, where her bedroom was?
That's likely where she arrived. That's what you kind of
Oh, okay.
deduce. She bamped in somewhere, and that seemed to be a place she easily remembered.
Okay. All right.
All right. Mort and Erwin, what'd you get for rolls?
22.
Twin 22s.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, I did that. So, while you don't detect anything along the lines of that, any residue, you do think, you'd have to spend that if you spent like several days sort of very meticulously studying it, checking things one at a time, testing out different spells and effects. Remember, anytime you use magic in here, this mirror draws it in, so it's sort of a long, tedious process. You might be able to glean. You could ask the mirror, I guess is what you arrive at. You could use the mirror and be like, bring me to where she was, or show me what she took. But the two of you being, I imagine Mort being even more careful, given his nature. It's like, we need to very carefully figure out how to process it. It'll take you a few days if you want to be safe. You can do it sooner, but if you take a few days, it'll be a much safer ask.
I mean, it would be worth it.
Mort's going to ask Erwin to stand a little bit away from the mirror, but off to the side. And just be ready for anything.
Okay.
And first,
What are you doing? What are you doing? So then I can prepare for anything.
Here's what I'm going to try. I've recently learned a new spell.
Okay.
Hopefully will protect me. Mind blank.
Ooh.
So I will.
You might want to cast that outside of the room so the mirror doesn't,
Good idea. Great idea, actually. Thank you. So I will do that. I will head outside the room a good distance. Probably 30 feet would probably be going the way things work. 30 feet away, so I'll go walk 31 feet away.
Okay.
And cast Mind Blank on myself.
All right.
Basically, pretty much nothing. Even wishes.
Even
get
wish
messed
spells.
up.
Yeah, just really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast this on yourself.
And then I will walk in, cross my fingers superstitiously, look at the mirror, look in the mirror, and then, man, talk about your well-worded question. You know, it didn't say it only had to be one question, so I'll say.
I mean, just like, what did Ormia take from this place? From this manor?
Yeah, let's go with that. What did Ormia take? Came in here and took.
Okay, if you can roll first for me.
Sure.
Because use a spell, this is helped a fair bit. Let's see. I would say, actually, it's just going to be percentile die.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Because you use the spell, so you don't have to worry about the other things.
Thank you.
Really good spell, yeah.
One D100. One D100. Survey said 20.
Okay. All right.
10 out of 10. Who thought?
The reflection in the mirror of you and Aaron standing there, the door, popped open door behind you and rubble in the hallway, shifts away, and instead you see opaque figures in here. You see the mirror inside, and stepping out of it, you see Ormia. She has still similar in that form. Has the red hair, but she has a large, like a buccaneer's hat on it. You can see a few patches where the hair is just fallen out entirely. Her skin is dry, desiccated, stretched across her nose and her face. She kind of hides it. There's a mask pulled up, but it can't hide like the upper half. Long flowing swashbucklers robe, basically, coat. And steps out, and you see her carrying a weather-worn wooden box. And then it fades back to reflection.
What'd you see?
Not much. I'll just relate to her that I saw her walk out wearing swashbuckling clothes and a well-worn box, but not much more.
And I'm going to let you two consider that while I jump over to Galathor. What you up to, Galathor?
Gosh, Galathor probably we'd probably also be kind of investigating for clues. That's probably the only thing you can do at this point. He doesn't really know Felix that well for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Nice. Yeah, go make an investigation check. Are you where would you like to investigate? Within the keep or around or?
Probably around the keep, trying to see like if there's a trail and where that ends. She probably understands that she probably would have vamped out, but any kind of insight would be great there.
Gotcha. Okay. And you can do it with advantage because you've got plenty of time.
Cool. I thought I could just... Oh, here it is. So you click on the right-hand side. Nice. Investigation. Not bad. I'll throw away that 6 and take the 16.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Outside the keep, you're pretty far into the forest. None of the forces that she had would get through the forest guardians close to the keep. So outside of the keep, it looks all right. Inside, if you started your search within, you would have seen the same thing, sort of a trail of anger. Like a collected anger. Like if she happened to walk by something, she might have smashed something, like she's trying to keep her cool, but this place reminds her of a lot, so she's smashing things. I don't think there's much more in here. You do see,
No
you
worries.
follow that. Oh, sorry, good.
No worries.
Of course, you do find that trail leads down to this trapdoor, because I don't know if you knew about the mirror, but if not, you would have seen this trail of destruction lead down to a trapdoor, and if you followed that, you would arrive and see Mort and Aaron by a magic mirror.
Yeah, that's probably it for Galathor. He might go back up to the kitchen and lay on hands for Felix or something like that.
Okay. Nice. All right. Emil, what's cooking? Aside from...
Well, that's actually a really good question, because Emil was in the kitchen with Felix, who's, somewhat weakened in need of aid. Everybody just left.
Yep.
So Emil's looking around in a kitchen at probably a very hungry Felix going,
We did bring like massive bagged stuff full of food and water and like gave it to him and have like been taking care of him before we all split.
Yeah, but you all split. So
Yeah.
Emil is definitely going to
Yeah.
stay with Felix.
Okay.
I'm guessing we bought a lot of kind of normal food. If Felix hasn't eaten a couple of days, Felix, is there like soup or broth or something that maybe your stomach could handle better than sausages and pizza right now? Or do
I
you
just
just want
have-
water? Or
I only have regular broth. I don't have any super broth.
Okay, well, would I mean, can I? I hesitate to say this because I don't know if I can, but maybe make some soup for you. Maybe get you some water. I don't know what do you need.
You know what? I would love that. We might have some. Yeah, I think we might have some like chicken bones or something to make a basic stock out of.
Emil has this like terrified look in his eyes because you've just gone one step beyond his culinary knowledge. Okay, let me point me to those, and then we'll figure out. You can tell me what to do, and I'll do it. This will be fine. It'll be fine.
I believe in you, Emil. It's really easy. You just take the bones and water, you put it in the pot, and just let it simmer.
For how long?
Oh, a few hours.
Oh, okay. And you can wait that long. Like you're not gonna like pass out in the meantime. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it'll be okay.
Okay. So Emil will bustle around kind of clumsily and
Okay.
I mean, Warren knows this is a simple process, but
Yeah. Neat.
Emil will kind of stumble through this.
Nice. All right.
The
so you-
secret is the root vegetables. Adds another dimension of flavor.
Nice. That's just as Galathor comes in. And...
So Felix, as Emil is working, how has life been? Has life been good for you here? Other than the lich showing up.
Yeah, not too bad. Been up to a little bit of gardening, just trying to keep up some fresh produce.
Nice.
But yeah, short of that, a little bit of cooking, and just keeping up with my martial skills. But hanging out.
So
doing
you're
okay.
happy. Well, it sounds like
I
you
think
made
so.
a wise decision then. I'm happy for you. Is this water supposed to be boiling like this, or?
Oh yeah, let's turn it down a little bit.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Nice. All right. Get that.
I'm,
Oh, sorry.
Emil, it concerns me that she just let me live. She had me dead to rights. And Ormia has beaten me before. I kind of get the feeling that she wanted me to feel that I don't deserve to be here. Kind of leave that hanging over me.
Yeah, there's a certain sense to that, isn't there? Do you think it's possible that she left some kind of magical trap behind, whether for the rest of us or something in your mind? A curse, maybe?
Gosh, I hope not.
Maybe you're less safe than we think you are.
Maybe so. She left in a little bit of a hurry, so I hope not. But gosh,
All right. Well, it's definitely something we can keep in mind. On the subject of keeping in mind, I know we haven't spoken a lot lately, but I need you to know with this soup, I am a cleric and I do know protection from poison. So if things go really wrong with this soup, I think we can salvage it.
sure thing. Sure thing.
Right,
You
well,
know, Emil, I do have remove curse if you think that would help Felix.
Excellent. Yeah, I don't know that one myself, but well, I think it's probably worth investigating whether there's a curse here, whether or not it's on Felix or something else. But I mean, my intuition tells me cursing Felix is the most likely thing, but perhaps a little bit of
Screw
arcane
you, Felix.
investigation. Perhaps a little bit of arcane investigation before you just. I mean, how many times can you cast it?
That is a very good question. Consulting with Helm himself, I believe I can cast it one more time today, but after a rest, I can cast it 3 times per day.
All right. Well, maybe Felix is the place to start, and then we can investigate a little deeper and see if there's something perhaps more subtle. I mean, Felix, you said she was here for a while, right? Or did she just come and go in a heartbeat?
She hung around for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe enough time to set a trap or to do something that we haven't discovered yet. I'd be worried. I am worried. But yeah, absolutely, Galathor. Please take the lead on this.
All right, Felix, hold out your arm, and then he'll touch his arm and then cast Remove Curse.
Okay. You, Galathor, you feel the spell run its course, and you don't. Usually, there's some resistance when there's a curse. You feel the pushback. Thankfully, nothing. It runs its course, and Felix seems to be clear of any curses.
Well, Felix, I believe you have a clean bill of health, or at least free of curses. Gee, thanks. That was quick. Emil, shall we see what the other two are up to? Perhaps they could help us with the arcane investigation.
I think it's a good idea, but I'm loath to leave Felix alone just yet. I mean, we'll kind of look around, see if I guess Kaelin or Blueberry. Maybe
Blueberry's there.
Maybe Blueberry would be like the ideal candidate to kind of keep Felix company while Galathor and Emil go look for the others. That makes sense.
Okay.
Doggo cuddles.
Mm-hmm. Blueberry's in there. Oh yeah. If you ask Blueberry anyway, I can do that. Yeah, I'm a good friend. I'm a good caretaker. Mm-hmm. You can play with my chew toy.
The magical one?
Mm-hmm. Just for a little bit. And he'll go up and with the chew toy in front of you. And it animates. It looks like not only it starts off as a little wizard, and it can now there's a little dance as it walks about. But thanks to his master on this last trip, it now has a minor illusion. So Blueberry turns it into, oh gosh, I don't know, Mort. And Mort pulls out little spell book on it. She's like, and this is when you bite it. And she just joking around. She, nudges it a little bit and lets it dance and just asks you a million questions, basically, Felix, to keep you company and make sure you're all right.
Sounds good.
All right, let me switch your plate back to Galathor. There we go. All right.
Emotional support, Dogbarian.
All right, let me jump over to Kaylin. What are you up to? You investigated the house. What's next for Kaylin?
I don't really know. Well, she would probably, since she's already kind of tried to investigate and failed, I think that she would try to go out to the, forest and to where they had talked to I always forget her name, the forest spirit before that protects the keep.
Azalea. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. And she would try to kind of go over to where they usually talk to her before and just kind of I think maybe bow, like get on like one knee. If you're around, can I talk to you? Azalea?
Make a perception check if you would, please.
I think that's like a 25. Yeah.
Nice, that's plenty. You hear some rustling and some brush nearby, like maybe an animal, maybe Azalea. But with that, you can even see through there. You see Rain's face, like peeking through, watching him.
Rain, can I help you?
She pushes out, comes out. Yes, I was just. I didn't really mean to follow you, but I did a little. I just wanted to see you all talked about that your friend you lost out here and the little tree that came of it, and I've just been really curious about it.
Did you see it?
I didn't. I thought that maybe you were going there, so I was doing other things, but then I saw you, and I thought maybe you're heading out there, and maybe I should talk to you, but then sometimes you get kind of mad, and I thought maybe I'll just hide instead, and follow you, but I think maybe that wasn't the right choice. But, who are you going to?
She'll kind of look around. There's a forest spirit that protects this land, protects the land that keeps on. So I was just trying to get some information from her to see if she saw our other, Ormia.
Oh. Well, I've been looking for spirits, and there really aren't any here, which is kind of weird. There's usually spirits, but I haven't seen your friend. But you hear the creaking of one of the larger trees nearby, and pressing out of the bark, a form takes place and steps out, covered in the bark and leaves for hair and dress forms of all these long leaves and petals. Azalea, there she be.
Then we'll bow again.
Rain just kind of sits.
Azalea, thank you for answering.
Of course.
We had a breach in the keep a few days ago. Someone who used to be in our party showed up, and they're kind of not themselves and tied up Felix. Did you see anyone with that might have been running from the keep or exiting the keep in the past couple of weeks that might have looked strange?
No, only the intruders some 7-8 days ago. We thought we held them off at the perimeter. We did not detect anyone in the forest near the keep.
Oh, intruders?
Yes, shadowy creatures, Shadar-kai likely.
Oh,
They were
right.
highly trained, but we dealt with them.
Thank you. Oh, I just wanted to check in and see, is there anything that you need us to do? Or we're
do-
here.
I wish to know, do you know how this other individual managed to reach the keep without me detecting her presence?
She's been here before. Again, she was in our party, so before. But she's not anymore.
I understand.
And apparently she used the mirror in the basement to exit.
That is dangerous.
Well, that's the situation. So
She seems to take a breath and reset her posture and everything. You should consider speaking with Councilperson Shuffletrot if
it's a good idea.
it's been used. Know that grounds will continue to be protected. None will make it through the forest. Perhaps Councilperson Shuffletrot can help protect the keep itself from this magical entry.
I will confer with her. Thank you. Is the little the seed that we planted, the little tree, is it still with you?
Yes, little no longer, though. She looks about, and she calls out, is anyone? Nope, not Druidic. So she calls out in a different foreign tongue. You are fairly shocked as you see Brixie walk around the corner and approach out from some trees off in the distance a little bit and approach the oak clearing where you all stand. He's grown considerably in the Feywild.
So wait a minute. This looks like Brixie?
It looks exactly like Brixie. You notice that some of her mannerisms are a little different, facial expressions and stuff, but it looks just like her. They wish to speak with you, or checking up on you. And Rain's just, you were a plant. Why? And she's looking at Azalea. But if she was a plant, why is she a tiefling? It's the seed you gave us. We nurtured it. Whoever left this behind left this as a form of offspring. This is a duplicate, if you will, of the one they came from. They don't retain any memories, of course, but they have their own life. They were raised in the Fae.
Kaylin's going to step closer to the Brixie form and just kind of probably like walk around it, walk around her and just, look at her and just kind of, take a step around and can you,
She says to you.
does it sound like Brixie?
Sounds exactly like Brixie, yep. She looks at Azalea. I feel a sense of trust with this one. Azalea replies to her. Likely some of your emotional memories from your mother. She's one to trust.
Kaylin, standing in front of her again, has tears in her eyes and will just hug the Brixie figure.
Oh, she gives you a nice embracing hug. Oh. And you feel her give, after a moment, she gives just an extra squeeze and the hug, like she, is, again, that emotional memory kicks in for her. Oh, you're a good hugger.
I wasn't. Hello. I guess we haven't been introduced. She'll kind of stick out her hand. I'm Kaylin.
She sticks out her hand joyfully. And Druidic speaks her name. She says, I don't have a common name yet. It's really hard to pronounce. It sounds like a bunch of acorns falling off a tree. Her name in Druidic.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Thank you. I think you're lovely. I like the things in your eye are really neat. And you're so strong. That's really cool. I want to be strong. She looks over at Devon. Yeah, I'm trying very hard.
I'm sure that you'll be as strong as you need to be.
Thank you. And you have a friend?
Yeah, this is Rain.
Rain stands up and stands next to you. Rain. She holds her hand out. They have a handshake, shared handshake. I don't think I know her. She says to
No, she just it's been. I mean, she's been with us for a while, but no.
Celia told me there were people that lived in the keep. I kind of didn't believe her. We only come here like once a year, or I only get to come here once a year. Azalea's here more often.
You're exactly like her.
Really? I always wanted to meet my mom, but Azalea said that's not possible. But I've been looking forward to meeting some of her friends. Every year we come back, which I know it's different for you. It's not a year for you. But, and there's one person, but I'm kind of shy. There's always one person in the keep, but he always looks so busy. But the food always smells so good. She's whispering for whatever reason.
It's Felix.
Oh.
Felix.
Okay. I felt, that same kind of warmth and trust with him, and I thought that's got to be one of Mom's friends. But I was a little nervous coming out here too, but I'm glad I did. I've thought so many times of going in and talking to Felix, but never really had the courage.
You should. He'd like to hear from you.
You think so?
Maybe.
What brings you all here? Something exciting?
Yeah, you could say that.
Did it have to do with the bad guys whose butts we kicked last week?
I think so, yes. Which I do, and she'll turn to Azalea. I believe that they are working for the person that came into the keep. Or that they were. I don't know.
I don't like being tricked.
We found some at the at my estate in pulling the deer.
I'll make sure that there are creatures that keep an eye close to the keep. Typically like to give you your space, not feel spied upon, but perhaps keeping one or two nearby in case of trouble.
We appreciate your help.
Yes.
Kaylin will step up to the Brixie figure and take her. I'm taking Chia's hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Take her hands in hers. If you need anything, let us know.
Okay. Sure. And same for you. If you need anything, she kind of looks up at Azalea. Then I'm here once a year, so maybe I can't be as helpful, but I want to help. I want to help my mom's friends.
Thank you. Your mother was loved.
So good to hear.
Okay. Well, Rain, are you gonna hang out here for a bit, or you want to?
Yes, I think I would like to. If that's, and she looks to Azalea and the Brixie clone. If that's all right. Azalea just nods.
Caleb will give it another bow to Azalea and then kind of thank you, and turn around and head off, kind of glancing over her shoulder again at the Brixie as she goes towards the keep.
Brixie has a warm smile on her face as she's Rain sort of like not poking and prodding, but like looking around. She's has curiosity with that life and death and what happens after and such. So you head back towards the keep, or in what? Okay. All right. Back on round 2. Mort and Aaronwen. Mort, you stand before with your mind blanked. Mirror showed you what she took.
I'll turn to Erwin while said the only wrong question is the question that isn't asked. So,
I mean, well, we got so we got to ask what was in the box because duh, and ask where she came from, where she's going, because why not? Sure, maybe he can show us what she's doing right now.
Well, we'll try.
To knock at the door. I mean, it's open, but someone's knocking.
Who's at the door?
Turtle
Who
Sam.
can it be now?
Looks like someone had quite the run of the place. What's to work? Oh, the mirror, right? What is it we're working on? I think that thing's a bit dangerous.
We're asking it questions.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
You look like you wanted to run away and scream.
That may still yet happen.
It's okay. Mort's really smart, and he made his mind blank.
Fine.
So,
Okay.
and we just asked it one question, and nothing exploded.
Great.
So we're gonna try again.
What have you asked so far?
What this lich lady took.
Oh, certainly go ahead and ask. If we can get an answer now, that's always better. Information sooner is better than later, but I'm expecting that same information from, Nala. Contact should be arriving soon-ish with that same information through other means, but just to help you weigh out your decision here.
Do you think Nala will also know where she went to get the box?
I bet if with the information I should gather and the information I have, I think I can put it together. I know that it's being used for a ritual of some kind, and so I think that once I know what it is, I probably know what the ritual is. Often there are certain places that are best for certain rituals, but again, I don't want to stop you. I know you're very smart, Mortimer, and I'm just going to wait just right out here and watch. And she's still watching. You can still see her. She's just in the hallway.
I'm standing right beside Mort with like my hand on his shoulder, ready to like pull him away in case something happens with the mirror. By the way.
Okay.
So prepared to pull him out of danger.
Nice.
Well, I'll turn to Erwin. Is like, well, we might be able to answer those 2 questions through Nala, so it might be good to press on to like, where is she going?
But it also might be worth it to have 2 sources of the same information so we know it's all right.
Okay. All right.
Liches are tricky. They can mess with people's minds. So this way we know, and then if Nala comes back with something different, then...
Okay. I will turn to the mirror and ask, where did she go to get the box?
Well, the box came from the keep, right?
It came from within the mirror.
The mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll another percentile die, Mort, if you would.
So I'm ready to pull Mort away, and I've got counterspell authority just in case.
Getting a little better. 35. moving up the ladder.
You may want to stay low. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea which way the fence it is.
I regularly swap it. Just
Dang
to keep
it.
I mean, not within the same roll, but, you know, like, next time you have to do it, it'll probably be the opposite.
Can we spam Danitz in the chat?
Nice.
Can't catch me.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we do that. Let's see. Where did your question was? Where did she get
The box.
the box?
What's in the box?
I am the box lich.
That's awesome. All right. Okay, Moore, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. As this imagery starts to warp and bend like a heat distortion in the mirror. Aaron, when are you looking at the mirror or Mort?
I'm kind of like looking between them because it's like if I can see something going on in like if I see something going on wrong with him or with the mirror,
Okay.
pulling him out of it.
Okay.
So
You
yes.
can make a whiz save too, then, if you would.
Ooh, this is not a good thing for me.
Nice, Mort, nice.
Is this a spell that's happening? Because I do have counterspell ready.
Oh no. Sorry.
Crap.
Oh, I was just forgot. I was going to ask that if it's an arcane thing. I'm advantage.
This
on
is
magic.
more of a mental thing
Okay.
than a spell.
We all know just how well Aaron Wynn does with those. That's a 3.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Because I have a -1 wisdom save.
Horsey Toad offered his sub die.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
What is
You're
that?
welcome to take that. That is 2d8 currently because
2d8.
episode 123.
D8.
She's getting the pro dice. She's like, these won't do. Oh yeah, I'll get. It looks like she's not ready yet.
I wasn't expecting to roll anything other than 20s today.
Haha, nice. Oh no, that's
boy.
good or bad, right? That's...
I rolled a 1 and a 3. So that brings me up to a big ol' 7.
Oh my goodness. Never fails, does it? Okay. Okay. Who won the thing tonight, by the way? Who?
I did. So, what's an inspiration on?
More,
on
that is
Wow.
there 1d12, I think, because you're all level 16. I think that's where bards are at.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll just roll.
Go ahead, take it.
With pouring
12!
all of our stuff.
Okay. Yeah, if we're airmen.
So,
It's just some very otherworldly, frightening, like think Cthulhu-esque, right? Imagery
Oh,
that
jeez.
you are not accustomed to in this world. More, you are able to get. I mean, you have your mind blank on, first of all. Secondly, you're able to kind of defocus so that you're really not looking at all the horrors you see in the mirror, and you see. Right, with your percentile die, you see part of her journey. She steps in through the mirror, and then you see all this terrifying imagery, and she walks through. It almost looks like a labyrinth of some sort, room after room after room, with these terrifying creatures and things happening. And I'll just keep it sort of cartoony like that. And you walk through, following her before she opens up another door, blinding light on the other side, and closes the door behind her. You don't get your full answer. Yeah, I think that's where your percentile die roll. Well, nothing too adverse. You just don't get your whole thing. Aaron, when you're just gonna have like nightmares for 24 hours.
That's
turn
that's usual.
knowing what I partially saw, I'll turn to Erwin and ask her if she's okay.
She's like, underneath her scales, she's just like white as a sheet. Just
All right, I will sort of lead her out of the room. Like, question time is over.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need some pizza.
So Pete.
I didn't know that tentacles could do that.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Right.
I was thinking for the full Event Horizon kind of clip.
Yeah. All right, but you were able to get glean some information, and you were successfully able to navigate the mirror without anything terrible happening to you. Again, think of the mirror just out of character, like meta wise, as a deck of many things. It can be really, really good.
Oh, that's
really,
comforting.
really bad. I guess if that's probably the best way for me to describe it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us that before this?
Surprise.
I would have been less likely to mess with it.
All right, gonna burn all those slots. Going to just in case, so nobody else can. I know Ormia could probably, if she wanted to come back and do it, just so nobody else gets.
Before you mess up with those runes, I want to copy them down because new runes.
Okay.
Oh.
It could come in handy someday.
Are you gonna try? So the runes are they're busted, and to rebuild them would take
Well,
a bit. Are
no,
you
like
doing arcane?
the runes that were used to break the protections. I'm copying those down to study.
Oh, okay. And more, are you setting something up? Or what are you using your spell slots
I was
for?
just going to actually probably if it looks like Arcane Lock won't get reapplied, I would just close the doors and put the latch.
You can put
back
an
on.
arcane lock on it. The pre-existing one's busted, but you can put your own up if you want.
Okay, but I don't want to mess up what she wants to copy down, so I'll let her
Okay.
copy down.
Nice. So Aaron, when you copy them down, and somewhere in your notes, next to whatever we did for sailing, put down Aaron when nullification, and give yourself 1 point, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of slashing points, or however you want to do it. Spell nullification or ward nullification rather. Okay, all right, and you head upstairs. Sterling Sam walks with you, sort of inquisitive, but knows better than to ask whatever you saw, and has some small talk as you return back up to the keep.
You said 1 point, Dan?
1 point.
Sweet.
Trying to give you there's a few things. It takes a fair bit of training, but little things here and there where it might come in handy later on. I've had a little system here for everybody. So, all right, where to go from here? Emil, I imagine you're going to be. Are you just sticking to the? No, I'm sorry, Emil and Calathor. What are you two up to?
We were headed down to see to the mirror. Is that not what we were going to build?
Okay. You see the three of them kind of coming down the hallway by the time you get there, probably. Yeah, you'd run into probably Mort in front.
I just.
How'd it go?
Probably asked one question too many, but I was trying something out. So luckily, we know. Mirror showed me what she looked like coming out of the mirror with this old box that she was carrying, and I got sort of a glimpse at where she went to get the box, but it wasn't too clear. It was a labyrinth, and then a bright white light. So maybe that's some clues that might help. And Sterling, but you'll see Sterling Sam's with us.
Out of Mort, Emil, and Galathor, if any of you are proficient in religion, go ahead and make a religion check.
Yes, I am.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm a cleric, but no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ironic. So am I. Another
Nice.
campaign. I'm not.
These people are not.
That's awesome. More in your sagely studies, as you're saying it out loud, you kind of remember that what you saw is akin to one of the what's the term? Not quite purgatory realms, but realm of the afterlife, right? A not pleasant realm of the afterlife. And you know that there are typically or often doorways between them and realms of the divine. And that shining bright light that burst through that other door, and the fact that you did not proceed beyond that, could have been something with the beer and figuring it out. Could also have something to do with a level of divinity. And it kind of clicks. I mean, with that outstanding role that she may have gone through a rather hellish realm to gain a backdoor access to a divine realm.
Not good. So I'll relay that to Emil and Erwin and everybody else. So, yeah, this is not. But anyway, there were some runes on there that nullified the previous. I'm not so much. I mean, there's obviously Ormia's gotten really powerful. She has some very powerful help. If she wants to get in there, she's going to get in there again. But I just locked it up in case anyone else tries to get in there.
I learned new runes.
So we can return back upstairs, I suppose.
You all, assuming you all kind of head back up into the keep, Sterling Sam will be speculating out loud. It's strange too, of course, word is that she's working, doing that deal with the Baron, who's supposedly working for Raikari.
The Crystal Lady, who killed the
yes,
Dragonborn, who is not going to have a good time the next time we see her.
Right. So I can't see what Raikari or any regular mortal would have need for from a divine realm, at least risking going in there. But Yathaz, if he's looking for, it just makes me wonder if it's for, ultimately for Yathaz. I know she has a deal with the Baron or something she wants, and he made a deal to get whatever this item is. I know it's for the Baron, but maybe ultimately Yathaz.
But one of the things that she did steal was which is really annoying because I was still in the middle of studying those, the time runes. They were broken. But it's possible that that someone could reactivate them. Maybe she could, I don't know. So is there a god that deals with time?
I don't know. She kind of looks over at Mort. I don't know. She'd probably look at Galathor and Emil, to be honest. But also be looking at Mort since he did.
My luck has run out.
Oh, yeah. Not sure.
Not quite sure on that one.
Awesome. Well, Nala will be back soon enough with some the information we need. Destination, at least, and purpose of that. We can find out what exactly was in there is what the information Nala will bring, and from that I think we can figure out where it needs to be used, what it's going to be used for, besides just some ritual. We'll figure it out.
Because maybe I'm just stuck on this, but what would a lich want with time runes? Stupidly advanced ones at that.
Were they operational? Were they working? I thought that
No.
stuff was bad.
That's the thing. We found it. Mort fell into him, and we got him back out. But when we got him back out, it was like a bubble, right? So he fell into a time bubble, and when we pulled him back out, the bubble popped. So the runes are all still there. It just wasn't active. And I don't think in our studies we ever figured out a way to activate it.
Understood.
But yeah.
I mean, what do liches want most? Live forever.
Right.
Right. Is that what this lich wants, though? From the way that everybody's talking about her, it doesn't seem like
Well, I don't think she wants to meet Kaelin's parents, that's for sure.
Right. I don't, because from what I've heard of everybody, she wasn't even a spellcaster, was she? That's what liches usually are, right? So
Well, Yathaz
why?
was a, if I'm remembering my history right.
He was
He was
the
one
Red
of the
Wizard of
orig-
Thay.
Yeah, he was a red wizard. Yeah.
Right? Right, one of the founders of the Red Wizards.
Just a quick outside question:
Yeah.
Did Ormia in the swashbuckler stuff? Is that what she looked like when we met her when she was with Kiers?
She looked like
Oh.
Nobella during that. A totally different, a Shadow Kai type creature.
Okay. So
Right.
I will when we get back to the, I guess we'll go back to the kitchen. I will offer to show everyone what Ormia looks like now.
Okay. Oh,
If anyone's interested, I mean, some of you might find it disturbing, so I don't know if you want to. But I'll offer that.
okay.
Would Caitlin have came back in at this time, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
everyone else is sort of piling in the kitchen. Mort, you see the little Mort.
Oh, what in the world?
Oh, Blueberry says. I think everyone else is there. Rain's out in the forest. Devanya, I think, is. I haven't really spotted her. We figure she's doing her own investigation. Kaylin, you return.
And more, you have a image up of Ormia.
Yeah, I was just at. Well, I asked if anybody was interested to see what the mirror. Then I'll retcon that. The mirror showed me a vague image of her coming out of the mirror with the old box in her hands, and
Yes.
okay. And I will cast minor illusion of showing what that looked like.
Emil, do you stay in the kitchen or do you leave for this part?
Emil's stirring the soup and not looking.
Okay.
Dan, please tell me she's still wearing Davros' hat. Like that hat is from Davros.
That's
With the
that's her amazing
feather.
hat, yep. She's had it all done up, nice and new. Yeah, and you see her again in that swashbuckling gear, the nice hat with the feather, the long pirate's jacket, swashbuckling jacket. But again, you see she has gloves. Everything's covered up, even half of her face. And you can see in this portion of her face, it's to hide. There's patches of her hair that have fallen out. That dry, desiccated skin that stretches across, the front of cavity of the nose and around her eyes and stuff. But what's left is still reddish hair and everything.
Thank you, Mort.
Is this full on straight up lich? Like she's fully transformed and everything?
She's not in her lich form here. This is clearly some sort of as close as she can get as to a disguise
She's looking
of looking like a high elf. Yeah.
Well, that was fascinating. I think I need to go use the bathroom after that.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So while everyone's preparing their stuff, and we'll go take a bathroom break. So if anyone doesn't know, we take 8 to 10 minute bio break, and then we'll be back. We'll catch you all real soon. We'll keep our audio hot because that's where we.
Okay, well, Mariah will join the call when you have a moment, Dan.
Excellent. Excellent.
Great, outstanding.
Oh, legs, please work.
next.
Hey,
Hmm.
so were you listening while you were in chat?
I tried to listen to half of it, um, until my mom's car started to have problems. Her hybrid, she has a Prius, and so basically all of our lights came on, like the caution light came on, the
Oh,
brake,
geez.
the check oil light, just all of them. And then she looked in the book and said it was a hybrid malfunction. So, and it must
Wow.
be the hybrid battery, and
Oh,
those are not very
crazy.
cheap. Hmm. So I caught caught a little bit of the Kalen Brooksy interaction.
Nice. So it's basically, it's not a perennial, it's an annual. It only comes around once a year.
Aw.
The Brixie clone.
Yeah, well, I will explain to you guys. Yeah. Are we using new fencing grounds or
Classic.
okay then? Well, let's see if I have the classic.
Let's see if well, they are, at least on the Windows machine, installed as 2 separate programs. So
Well, oh, okay. Oh. Okay, cool. Good.
oh, what's a Feywild year? Okay. What's a Feywild year?
Wait, can you? I don't have chat up. I'm trying to gather my thoughts right now. Where's my notes? My dice are over there. I really don't want to go get them. Okay, well. That will get moved to next week. Hey, Warren.
How are you?
A little frazzled. Just say personal things. I know I have pencils somewhere. Pencils. Accio pencil.
Well,
No.
the first half of the session won't be puzzling at all. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't say that. Do not say, oh no.
Yeah, there may have been 1 or 2 things that you'll be curious about.
Well, I'm gonna probably watch the VOD. I was prepared to watch the VOD for last week's episode, but we didn't have a session.
Well, you probably come in at the perfect time actually to hear Kalen's story.
Cool. I like Dan's interpretation of adult rain.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds. So, root beer.
Chai.
Ooh. Yummy. I'm okay. Because I got all my spells. Like, if I can get to Fantasy Grounds. I had an extra page on my, on my spells list. And I wrote a Uncle Iron quote. Sometimes the best way to solve your own problems is to help someone else. Forgot that I wrote that. Warren, are you singing? Can you guys hear me? Because I had to restart. I don't know. Okay, you guys are mute. Okay, you guys are mute. I was. I'm a little frazzled still.
Yeah, still hear you. Yeah, Ramstein would be exactly that, Franco.
Never have I been so intrigued by something I did not understand. Duas. What is he saying? And the guy in the keyboards, he's on a treadmill the entire time.
I added to my hero pop vinyl collection.
Oh.
Hey Dan.
Oh, my legs hurt so much.
Leg day.
Yeah, hey. Yep,
Hi.
exactly. It's day 2 on leg day, so that's when like all the soreness kicks in.
My favorite shirt right now.
Nice.
Dan.
Oh, let me take this off so I can see you. Where are we? Okay. Oh, check that out! Yes.
Yep, I got it today, and I pre-ordered this sucker in February. I was supposed to. No, I think January. Sometime at the beginning of this month, and J. Michael Tatum was supposed to come to a convention in Oklahoma, and I wanted him to sign this and the pop figure that came with this. It was a Funko Pop T-shirt bundle. The pop figure looks like this.
Oh, nice! Oh, that looks pretty dope.
It is so soft. I have a Tokoyami one. these Funko makes really soft shirts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love wearing a nice sweatshirt like that. It's so comfy.
So it's Ida in his hero costume as his brother.
I'm proud to wear this costume.
And
Oh, Rise, were you able to catch the rain?
I caught a little bit. Well, okay, so to make a long story short, my mom and I were caught on tense because she has a Prius and her lights, like all of her lights showed up all at once, like her cautious lights, her brake lights, her check oil lights, it's just everything. And it's like on the dashboard it says check hybrid system. And she looked in the book and it says if that happens, it's a hybrid malfunction. And so, yeah. And it was an intense car ride home. And if you see in chat, it was just
That's scary, yeah. Oh my goodness, is that tea, Warren? What is that? It looks delicious. I'm jelly.
Yeah, it's loose leaf chai.
Mmm. Well, I really like the mug it's in too. That looks really.
I love chai tea so much. It does not love me, but I love it.
Oh no.
It's you and everything, isn't it?
I know.
Nice.
Oh, and Dan, I got your Facebook message.
Okay, good.
I skimmed through it. I just need to read it thoroughly. But
No,
I'm
no
just letting
worries.
you know.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Danny. Hi, chat.
Hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, I think Mariah basically, Rain, had tagged along, was heading out into the woods because she had this interest in that plant creature. Some of the things, of course, that we talked about. Effectively, what we talked about, we just put it into a role-playing setting as Caleb was heading out there. Hey, Zeltaris, thank you for the raid. Hello, Raiders.
Sweet.
What up,
Hi,
Raiders?
Justices. Yay! Awesome. So Rain followed Kaylin out as Kaylin was looking for the Azalea, the dryad that protects the forest around the keep. She found Azalea, and the topic sort of came up. I think Rain had asked about, the little woodland creature, mentioned it to Kaylin, and Kaylin was explaining, we were heading there. Oh, thank you for the sub, Big Jim. And out from trees in the background came what appeared to be Brixie, entirely Brixie. Rain was like, well, wait, I thought she was a plant. How's she a tiefling? So Azalea explained, this is, effectively the child of whatever, the previous person, Brixie, left behind. This is like a clone, like their offspring. And different, no, memories or anything like that, but she did have like a warmth with Kaylin, a feeling of a sense of warmth and trust. And we talked about how or not you, but Brixie, clone Brixie, Pseudobrixie, comes back like once a year, Feywild time, and saw Felix in there, but was a little shy to talk to him. But otherwise,
I caught that part.
Okay, nice. And then so Kaylin came back to the keep, and Kaylin asked Rain, do you want to stay here? So I had Rain stay there, so when you got back, if you wanted to have any role play with this Pseudobrixie, Brixie Jr., then you're welcome to.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Awesome. Where's
Damn you,
everybody
Dan.
else?
Damn you. You had
Hey.
you had me tearing up.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
he came up with. Well, I just say he's the one who came up with it, not me. So
Yeah.
you can blame all Dan.
Okay, all right, I'll take the blame then.
Well, I will explain to you guys after the stream what he proposed to me. So
Neat.
it's really interesting. I was tempted, Dan. I was tempted, but I was just like,
Awesome.
it was a 50-50 thing.
So we'll
I'll
jump
just say
back
that.
in. Otherwise, everyone else, except for you, Rain, you're out with Pseudobrixie. Devonya's out investigating. Everyone else, I believe, has found themselves in the kitchen. Emil is brewing some broth off some chicken bones to help nurse Felix back to good health. Galathor's in there. Mort, Aaronwin having come up, and Emil having come up from the secret tunnel in the basement that goes out to the the mirror room, the ley line mirror. Having asked it some questions, and as Mort very eloquently put, perhaps one too many. Some slight adverse effects for Aaronwin. Yeah, Sterling Sam is with you as well. I guess we'll go back to the kitchen scene as Kaylin's there as well.
Dan, question before we jump back.
Shoot.
Has the other thing happened yet? What we talked about?
No, I definitely
Okay.
wanted you here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
For that explosive thing. No, just kidding.
I mean, it could be explosive. Not really.
Right, the soft sound of a gentle stir in a pot with bones and boiling water. It's the only sound that can be heard in this awkwardly quiet kitchen.
So, I figure you guys should know, just in case you go outside, out back. The treant that came out of Brixie's, what we planted at her memorial, is fully grown. Now she's saying that she's kind of keeping her eyes trained on Emil, even though I think she's probably looking at his back as she's stirring the pot. And looks and sounds exactly like her. She calls herself a daughter of Brixie. So it's not her, but kind of an offspring that it really resembles her. I just thought I should let you guys know in case you walk outside and see it rains with her right now. Azalea is taking care of it.
Are you okay, Caleb?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It was an interesting experience.
Does she have a name?
She does, but she said that it sounds like acorns falling off of a tree, and she doesn't have another name to give us in the meantime. So,
Let's call her Brick Street.
you know, if you want to see her, I'm not sure. She's only here, I believe, like once a year is when she appears or is able to walk around. So if you want to see her, then, or speak to her, now would probably be that time.
Does she have any memories or?
No. I mean, she seemed familiar with me, but she didn't really know my name without being told. It's just a little jarring at first. Oh, the entire time. So.
Well, that's good to know.
Also, Azalea suggested talking to Shuffletrot in town and telling her about what's happening.
That makes sense. She knows this keep better than we do.
She also mentioned that Shuffletrot might know a way magically to protect, whereas Azalea fought off some Shatterkai a week ago, she said, that were on the grounds, but she can't really, there's no way for her to keep anything that is familiar from entering in, but she said Shuffletrot might know something. So, worth talking to, I think.
Scarlet say that, like when we came here, didn't she say that they had a party member who fell into the mirror?
Yes,
So maybe she knows what's inside the mirror too.
maybe. So we should probably, when we settle in and rest, head into town at some point.
Okay.
Am I the only one interested in meeting our friend's daughter?
I'll go with you.
Mort will go with you.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Galathor, you want to come?
Sure thing.
I'll take his hand as we walk.
All right. And you all head off. Did you say, are you just walking around the 500 acres, or are you going all the way up to, what's your destination, if you have one?
Presumably wherever Azalea was seen. I don't know if we got a specific location. But...
Okay. So you take a moderately direct route then, as you got information from Kaylin. And at one point you hear some excited laughter and an inquisitive voice that you recognize. Laughter you're not sure. Well, Emil, you would know. Right? Was anyone else? Mort was around, I think, for where Brixie was there too. So
I think we all were.
in Galathor? I wonder if Galathor was out. No, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, we all were, because Aaron was the one that blew off Brixie's wings.
Right, okay.
So
So you hear a little bit of a and then Rain, very inquisitive. Normally there's an order, life, then death, and then afterlife, and whenever anything is mixed up in that typical pattern, given her deity that she serves, a Raven Queen and such, very interested. So she's, sort of looking about this other creature that you see. It looks exactly like Brixie. Even though you remember it being this little woodland, like a plant, a small tree, enlightened tree, last time you saw it, has grown into its mother's form, Brixie. Azalea's just resting by a tree, seemingly talking to some of the animals as they report to her and then fly back out or run back out into the forest.
Well, we had a saying back home that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and I guess that's kind of literal in this sense. That's really kind of creepy.
All this time, Rain is just in her has her sketch, but just looking at Brixie, sketching Brixie.
Brix tree.
Pseudobrixie's sort of like looking over, like keeps looking at what you're drawing. Should I pose? Jojo pose. Sorry.
Leia, you had a perfect moment, and then you ruined it with
And you just
that.
Sorry, not sorry.
I would like that to be clipped.
Nice. But they don't seem to notice the rest of you as you're sort of quietly approaching.
Hello?
Oh, Brixie looks a little bit shy. Kind of walks over behind Green. I think your friends are here.
Azalea, nice to see you again.
She kind of looks over, sword like up on her resting against her shoulder. A pleasure. Glad to see you're mostly well.
Mostly. I understand you bought a new friend.
Yes. And she calls to Pseudobrixie in that druidic, which again, it just sounds like tumbling acorns down a tree, rushing down to the ground. These are some of your mother's friends. They're the ones that reside at the keep, aside from Felix and Kaylin and Rain here that you've met. She kind of shyly, for a moment, looks about. strengthens her resolve and comes over, trying to look extra composed. Hi, I'm... She says her name again in Druidic.
Can I call you Brixtree? Because Brixie was your mom and you were a tree, and Brixtree. It's a play on words. I'm trying to be funny.
Just you can. She gives you a wing. Just you.
I give her a hug.
Nice.
This is really weird.
Yeah.
Does she feel like flesh, or is she like?
Yeah, exactly like Brixie. Yep.
This is so weird, and she'll just start crying.
Don't cry. It's so nice to meet you all. I've been hoping to meet you. Each time we've come, no one's been home except for the one that cooks and takes care of the place. And he seems real nice, but I haven't really introduced because I was a little nervous. But Azalea brought me out here to meet your friend Rain and Ms. Kaylin, and they were very nice. And so I'm happy to meet you. What are your names?
I'm Aaron Wynn.
Galliflow, pleased to make your acquaintance.
My pleasure. She puts a hand out. And she kind of leans down a little bit for more. Or Mort, you went too, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And you.
Mort. Well, it's your sight. That's for sure.
Oh, I feel like I feel happy seeing your faces. And you. She looks over at Emil.
I am Emil.
It's so nice to meet you. And she doesn't seem to notice it, but tears actually rolling down her cheek before she catches it a moment later.
I'll nudge Emil closer to her.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. It's silly.
It's okay. No, just be yourself. It's fine. We're happy to see you.
I'm really happy to see all of you. I kind of wish I'd said something sooner, or met you all sooner.
We've been running around the world a little bit, so don't worry about it.
Okay, you're all friends of my mom's then. I don't know if you have time, but I'd love to hear some stories about my mom. If it's some, I know you're busy if you're running around the world and doing important things. But if you ever have time, I'd love to hear some stories about my mom.
I have time. There's nothing more important in the world than telling you some stories. I will tell you some stories.
Thank you very much. That means a lot to me.
Can you stay for a while? Kaylin said you only come like once a year, but it hasn't even been a year since we left.
Well, we stay in the Feywild most of the time. In the Feywild, and time's a little different there. So once a year or so there, we come here. Or I do. Azalea comes more often to keep an eye on things. She's sort of between both places.
Can you stay a little bit longer this time? And Aaron will look to Azalea like a little child asking their mom if their best friend can sleep over.
Pseudobrixie puts her arm in yours and looks at Azalea like together. Like, huh?
Please.
And Azalea. Perhaps Azalea can be, perhaps, she says the name in Druidic again, can be the one to keep a more careful eye and to keep for the time being. Yes, and if you would give her some, we don't want to impose, but perhaps if there's room, she could spend some time there, and this way at least until you get something in place to prevent this magical transportation into the keep, we can at least have an early warning system. Though you would have, she looks at Pseudobrixie, you would have to tell me immediately and leave with anyone there. Do not stay and fight.
This sounds dangerous, Azalea.
We'll have others there around the keep.
I think she can do it.
She'll send it directly, like telepathically, to everyone in the party, just not to Pseudobrixie.
Does that include Blueberry?
Just everybody here. Just saying, this is more of a confidence thing for her. I'm going to have regular watch on your keep until you find means to protect it, given your permission, of course. No one will get in and out of that keep again without dealing with us, and we'll put a swift end to that.
I'll look at Emil. Please, can she stay?
She's her own being. It's not my choice. She can stay if she wants, of course.
Yay!
She turns like to look at you, Aaron. Okay. Well, we'd best get going then. And we can chat maybe on the way. She kind of looks, excitedly toward Emil in particular. Like, I'd love to. I mean, it doesn't have to be stories about Mom right away, but I would love to just chat, get to know you all a little bit better. I feel like I know you, but I don't know anything about you. Good. Are you coming? She yells back to Rain.
Oh, certainly.
Good. And then she'll head with you if you're all heading back to the keep. And you do feel like you sense an increased presence of these, trees that are actually treants and other things that wipe the floor with most baddies. Even the Shatterkai that Ormia sent were demolished by, the protective forces here. They just were not anticipating anyone with direct access to the keep. All right, so the rest of you head back. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Blueberry's there with Felix, just doing some more silly things with her little chew toy, his little chew toy, and he's using Mage Hand to stir while the meal's away, to stir the broth.
Nice.
Kaylin
stayed inside too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she would have stayed inside the kitchen, but she didn't get back out.
Well, let me jump to Kaylin. What's Kaylin up to inside?
Of course.
Bam.
I take it. I would. She's probably just sitting somewhere writing in her journal, probably just waiting for people to be ready to leave and do things.
Okay. All right. After a little while, Kaylin, you hear everyone else return. Devanya still seems to be. She's just out there doing a very thorough search of the
Nice.
area.
Kaylin would seek out more when he came back inside.
Okay.
All right.
How'd it go?
It was interesting. I don't know what to think. I mean, it brings up so many thoughts. I mean, it's I don't know. Looks exactly like her.
I couldn't stay out there too long.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, to be happy or.
Um,
the image, but you know, it's I don't know.
that wasn't the reason that I came to talk to you, but sometime while we're here, I would like to try and put and she holds up her finger with the ring on it that she made, the transportation circle spell on this, like we talked about.
Oh, certainly. Okay, yeah, we'll do
Okay.
it. I mean,
Doesn't have to be right
yeah.
now.
There's okay. Yeah, yeah. We'll take care of it.
Thank you, Mort.
How are you?
We're here. Felix is alive.
The image I showed you, was that what Ormia looked like before, or that just didn't you know, from what we saw when we were working with the other group, that did not look like the person that I saw there. Is this what you looked like before, or?
I mean, clothes were similar. I mean, kind of all in all. I mean, she didn't look like that before, but you got the gist.
Yeah. That's yeah. It's horrible when evil consumes you.
We should have done more.
What? I mean, what could you? I mean, I don't know much about the particulars. I mean, from what I understand, she was on her way to becoming a lich. She was, I don't want to say doomed, but her fate was set.
If it would have happened now, Mort, if that would start happening to you, or to Emil, or to Aaronwin, I wouldn't rest until I found a solution. We didn't do enough.
You tried. I mean, you were looking, right? I assume.
I thought about it. I made notes about it. But I was too scared to do anything.
Scared of what would happen to her, or what you would run into trying to undo it?
I was a coward. So was everyone else here.
Why do you say that?
Because we didn't try. We just watched it happen. And then cried about it when it happened. As I said, if it would happen to any of you now, I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't get anything else done until I found a solution to help. I would die trying. But we're all still alive. Wow, she's... I mean, I don't know. I can't even say that she's gone.
I don't know. we'll have to certainly deal with her one way or the other. She certainly, she has, I don't know what her end game is, but she wants something.
She hasn't killed anyone yet. I kind of wonder if there's something still there. And if there is, I'll find it.
Be careful.
She'll give him a pat on the shoulder and kind of walk off.
Okay. Does anyone else have any plans as they head into the keep, back into the comfort of the keep, security here, and Mort goes off to being found by Kaylin?
As that's happening, everyone's gonna go back to the kitchen and continue with the soup, and then also just start stress making loads and loads of pizzas, mini pizzas.
Nice. Okay.
So it's like anyone can decorate and put on whatever you want. I'm making some soup because there are terrifying nightmares in my brain. So I am cooking.
All right. Pseudobrixie will join you there and introduce herself to Felix. She's going to peek around the kitchen doorway. Hi.
Oh, hi there.
I'm, she says her name in Druidic again. It's
Street.
nice.
Brick Street.
It's nice to finally meet you. I sort of met you, and I didn't mean to, spy on you or be creepy, but I wanted to meet you, but then I didn't really have courage, so I just kind of left. But now I'm here, so hello.
Hi, I'd offer you a snack, but, do you eat?
Yes, yes, of course.
What?
Push her over to the counter. He's like, okay, start making. This is cheese. You put that on there. All sorts of meats, all sorts of vegetables. This is a pizza. You're gonna love it.
Okay, I'm gonna love it. Okay.
Specifically, are you a vegetarian? Whoa. That
Nice.
crept in there. That crept in there a little bit.
Can I just speak up? Yes.
Yeah.
I would assume Pseudobrixie is a little vegetarian, so.
Interesting.
Okay.
Vegetables.
I'm a roll for it. Since she's, I think the first one was. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Rolled in the middle.
Just you can there's just like everything is chopped, and you can just take a little bit of each and taste it, and whatever you like, chuck it on that dough right there, and then we're gonna bake it.
Nice. And if I can pick the things off I don't like, right?
Yeah, but put whatever you like on it.
Okay.
Just
She
take a little
starts,
bit of.
sniffing ingredients and getting a piece of. And the kitchen becomes kind of lively, probably livelier than it's been in a while, at least, for Felix. Certainly livelier for Felix than it's been in quite a while. And she isn't pushy, but she definitely, brings up, I'd love to hear stories about my mom, and tries to get, an impression of what her mom was like. And,
Let Emil tell those stories. I'll let him be the first one to
when she
talk
finishes
about that.
setting her up her toppings, then she'll pull up a seat. If you're in the kitchen, Emil, she'll pull up a seat near you at the table. Is it alright if I sit with you? And she pulls a chair out.
And I think Emil will just start by telling, say the story of Emil trying to teach Brixie a little bit of stealth. Because it took place in the woods around the Stormkeep, so
nice.
It would be places that Pseudobrixie would be familiar with.
Oh, my mom sounds kind of silly.
And as he's telling the story, he reaches into one of his pockets that has a number of items in it. He pulls out a set of druid-crafted dice, and he shows them to Pseudobrixie and says, "Your mother made these. Do you have anything of your mother's that you own?"
No.
So there's a small set of dice, and he'll kind of divide them into two piles and say, "Would you like one?"
I would love one. Are you sure you're okay parting with it? With one of them?
Of course. Memories are to be shared.
She goes to put her hands, a hand on your hand, and just sort of clasp it a bit. Thank you so much. She'll pick it up and look at it.
I think at this point there would be tears in Emil's eyes.
You know what? She's got another, once again, conversing with you and all this. She's got, a tear, almost unbeknownst to her, rolling down her cheek. She's, oh wow. Did my mom like to play a lot, or did she play a lot with the dice? Well, what did she do for fun?
I think Emil kind of shakes his head and looks away and can't immediately answer. So if somebody else wants to
Okay.
jump in while Emil's having a moment.
Oh, okay.
This is the episode where all of the cast breaks me.
Oh, nice. Does anyone jump in and
Anyone's not there.
Okay.
Brixie loved exploring.
Oh, I do too. Oh, that's cool.
Does Pseudobrixie have wings?
She does not.
She does not.
Say to Felix. I think I think she might like to see.
What's that?
Shall we take her to see the tree?
That's a good idea.
The tree?
And we'll take her to the tree that's growing in the middle of the keep.
Ah, that tower of the keep, right? Has the invisible ceiling, so the rain can just run down it. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Nice at Forcefield. She kind of walks through, falling through the keep. Ah, it looks so different on the inside. They were always on the outside. Oh, what? As you open up that door and she sees the big trunk of the tree rising up through that tower, the spiraling stairwell around, going up a few. Oh, wow. And you can still see the sky. Oh, I bet the stars at night are beautiful from here. Oh, and it even has some cradling arms. Oh, can I try it out?
Your mother did all the time.
Yep.
Really?
She loved this tree.
She also told us that it was bigger on the inside, but I don't know if I believe that.
Oh. That's awesome. She hustles up and climbs on a branch. Oh, this is. Is it okay if I just spend a little time up here? Is that okay?
That would be quite appropriate.
Oh, thank you. She kind of nestles in just to relax and take in the space that her mom once occupied. Oh, all right. So unless anyone has anything else they want to do for the afternoon of rain. Oh, that's a rain has something to do face.
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Rain is gonna find Galathorn,
Okay.
and once they find him, they will say, Galathorn, can I talk to you privately outside?
Of course, yes. What did you want to talk about?
It's about the sword. Aga said that you had an experience. Or you were possessed.
That's one way of putting it, yes.
I wonder what your experience was with it.
It's hard to say. I've lost a little bit of time, and apparently it makes me do things that I don't want to do.
Interesting.
I can be honest with you, it's a little scary.
Well, I agree with you, but I had a totally different experience. Like, it tried to possess me, but I don't know. It was something that I never experienced before. And I think my deity was protecting me.
That very well could be.
And I want to talk with Aga about the origins of the sword, or the three of us can do research on the sword, because I think, and well, this is a wild accusation that it might be a sword of Orcus. Dan, did I pronounce it right?
Orcus, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It very well could be. I mean, the sword came from a Balor demon, and that being the case, if it was, a servant of Orcus, very well could have been a gift or a prize bestowed upon him.
Well, if that's the case, we need to destroy it ASAP.
I agree. I believe Aga's working on that.
And as a side note, as a slight retcon, so our player Rob needed to step away. There's a lot on his plate with school and everything. This fresh semester had some loaded down with courses. So, Aga actually, when Kaylin was at the estate outside Bon Ludir, and she went out that last evening down to the forge for a bit, Aga actually followed down behind her. And I guess only Kaylin knows what happened after that, but no one has. He did not return with Kaylin. Kaylin came back up, and he did not return. So, and then all the craziness happened, and y'all had to come here quick. Did he have the sword on him? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was on his person.
All right.
So, Dan, did that pizza end up being vegetarian?
Let's see. I'll say the first.
So there's just a bunch of mini pizzas, so everyone can make their own. So there can be veggie pizzas, there can be straight up meat lovers pizzas, there can be the supreme.
Nice. Yeah, the Pseudobrixie's first pizza has all veggies on it. That's the thing she'd like the best.
When Felix gets back, he's going to say, "Oh, I've got a perfect pan for this. Cast iron's really good for baking pizzas." And he goes to reach for the vegetarian pan that he kept for. Why am I blanking? Beth's first character.
No,
Astrid?
Astrid.
Yeah.
And he sees that it's not in its regular place. He looks down for it, and it's on the floor in pieces, handle broken off.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry that this is. Hang on. I might be able to help a little bit. And she takes like 2 pieces and casts mending. And gets those just 2 pieces together. But it'd take a while, so she just kind of. Do you want me to fix it?
No, leave it.
Okay.
This wouldn't be the same anyway.
I'm sorry that it broke.
Well, she was angry, and she knew that this would probably hurt me. So
It makes me feel angry. He stands back up and sits down in his seat.
I'll show you the pizza stone.
All
It's really cool. It's really cool, and
Sure.
so she'll go over to the bag of holding and just kind of like and pull out this like thunk, just this like slab. It's like this needs to go in the oven first. It's just massive that you can fit like 5 medium pizzas on it. Sure. she'll put it in the oven. It's like, okay. So we do that, and then it makes. So you say that pan pizza makes like thick crust pizza? We've only ever really tried. It's like thin, super thin. So we'll have to Oh, so many ideas, Felix. Yay! I miss cooking with you.
It seems to raise spirits back up a bit there in the kitchen. Rain, is there anything else you wanted to do after your initial discussion with Galathorn? Okay.
I was muted. Rain doesn't know about the tree where Brixie was.
I don't think so, anyway.
Okay. Can't remember if Rain, not Brixie, had made herself a little room. Because I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
Wow.
Been a while.
Funny enough, I've actually heard that song today, so how ironic. Hang on. Does anybody else remember?
When was the last time we even came to the keep? Has Rain even been here? Because you haven't been here since you were a child, right?
I think, yeah.
That's
since she was
true.
drunk.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's
So
true.
then I don't think you would have done anything. How long did we stay here even?
I feel like
Didn't
it
Rain try to get in to see the mirror?
Yes.
Yep.
he stepped down this- yeah.
Yep. Kaylin was mother.
Mhm.
That's all I remember. Kaylin gave a stern talking to Rain. Itty bitty Rain.
Was that not right before the whole flying on the broom, nearly falling to your death at Wizard's College Efferon?
That was with Brixie.
That was Brixie.
That was Brixie, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Why?
Oh, it
Why?
was the flying carpet through the same
Rain.
place that was
Yes.
Rain. That's what it was.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
You're in the
Huh?
flying carpet racing through the halls, like, I'm gonna go find
Yep.
this. And they cast
When
the
we got
spell.
back, yeah, Mets. When we got back to Mets.
Aaron
Oh,
Yeah.
I almost had a heart attack. Anyway, okay.
You weren't the
Rain-
only one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think Rain would remember where her room was. Oh, she shared a room with Kaylin. That's when that whole thing. So they never had a room of their own, because
That's right. There's not enough rooms for us all to have a room of our own, but there's bunk beds in each.
Yeah.
There's enough beds for each of us to have our own.
Everybody shares, yeah.
yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, okay.
Jeff, saw your comment.
I mean,
It is
some,
true. It's
some
true,
places
but-
are just better. So
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Dan,
Alright,
has
yeah.
it been 24 hours?
Since your keep casting,
My temple.
you'll have to wait till tonight. I think it's around 7 or 8 at night that it'll recharge.
Yeah. making sure I'm just reading rules. If it's not, Rain is gonna find like a quiet spot
Okay.
to set up like a little shrine to the Raven Queen.
Okay. There's an actual place of worship here. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't I don't know, share out the map?
Where's the map?
What?
Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the
I'm the
map?
map. I'm the map.
Nice. All right, where are you at? Keep map.
I know there's keep blueprints. I don't know if there's a better map.
Ah, right. The blueprints. That's what we're looking for. There
Yep.
it is. Bam. Yep. Thank you. All right. Right. We can close out Azalea. Oh, she already is. All right. Here is a rough map of the keep. The 2 layers of the keep. First floor is down bottom. So you can see on the bottom of the map, just off right of the center. In fact, I'll zoom in for our viewers. There's a place that's it's smallish, 6 pews, a statue that I think was repurposed. I think you all made a different statue or did something with the statue there. He found that I think beneath it there was a small holding cell area.
Well,
We closed that off.
Mortimer put a rock there that disappeared after like 1 minute
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
or 10 minutes.
No, it was a valiant effort. Yeah, it was a good.
But then we did cover it up with something else.
Okay. So there's a little place of worship here, and I feel like it's been made into a place where everyone can worship instead of whatever I think it used to be, some dragonborn statue there.
Okay.
But now it's anyone.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put a little incense around whatever statue's there, and then I'm gonna pray to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Yeah. No, rogue. Oh wait, it's on the player's handbook. Wait, yes, wait. Yeah. Well, I don't know why. Okay. That's what Rain's doing.
Okay. Can you roll a percentile die for me, Rain, if you would?
Oh, good grief.
I'm gonna go around to everyone here in a sec too. In case you
Oh.
Cool.
Dan, go
Yes.
go to somebody else because my dice are like all the.
Oh,
like,
okay. Cool. All right.
No, go to somebody else.
All right, will do. Blueberry. No, just kidding. All right, let's check back in with Kaylin, right? Kaylin, what are you up to?
Have
Yeah.
So what time of the day is it?
Let's see. As pizza's getting made and everything else, late morning creeps into
Okay.
afternoon, so it's probably like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon
Okay.
now.
All right. I think that while she's waiting for everyone to get going, she'd probably go up and look in Ormia's room, or the room that she stayed in.
I believe she actually shared a room with you.
Okay, she would go and look in that
you
room.
were top
Just kind of
bunk,
look
she
in
was
that
bottom
room.
bunk.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was Ormia or Ernwin.
Oh, right.
It may have been Mina too at some point. I'm not sure. They all
That's
kind of
one-
blur together.
That's
Kaylin.
one
Oh,
cursed
yeah.
bunk.
Bunking with all of the dead people.
Don't
Great.
sleep in that bunk.
Yeah, so she would just kind of look in that room because I know you said that some of the destruction looked like that she appeared there. She would just kind of look around and see if there's anything different and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you see. Oh gosh.
Can I say really quick, Dan? When she was living, because her family lives in Zambora, she probably wouldn't have left much here at the keep.
Right. Okay.
So if that helps you with your description.
Mhm. Yeah, in here you just see. It almost looks like one of the bedposts was grasped and started to get crushed by really, like, she grabbed it to maybe look, or to something drew her back into a time before, then the anger took over, and you see it sort of crushed and then raked across. That's sort of where the start of the rage throughout the house, where she walks through the house. You then see in a very narrow path. Like, she didn't go out of her way to cause destruction, but if something was there, she tipped a table over, she smashed the vase off the counter, kicked the door open, things like that through the hall. But you just get a real sense of just anger, a lot of rage.
Got it.
Otherwise, things seem pretty much the same, in really good condition, thanks to Felix keeping the grounds in good repair and clean and orderly. You do go by down the stairs in the front there, and by the I guess you wouldn't actually. Hang on, let me zoom out of this map so I can see here. Would you even go by that? Nope. So never mind.
Okay. Alright. After looking in the bedroom and probably glancing around the artificer's room too, which I think is just right adjoined to that, if I remember correctly. She might go and hang out on that second floor balcony for a bit and just kind of sit and write.
Okay. Excellent.
Isn't there a balcony on the second floor?
Yeah. I'm going to zoom in for our viewers there. There we go.
Didn't one of us fall off of it at one point?
I feel like somebody did, yes.
I remember chasing Rain out there. Not Rain, maybe Brixie out there one time.
That sounds
Or
right.
she was chasing somebody out there, I forget.
It's a
I
giant
think
100-foot mage circle.
I may think it was a ghost. I'm not for sure.
You might-
But I know
It may have been Brixie and Aaronwyn flying
Oh,
out.
that's what it was. That's what.
Yes. Okay. I was like, I don't remember falling off the balcony,
Oh, right.
but I do remember Aaron and Brixie flying.
She was teaching you how to fly after your touching moment.
Okay. Can we? Let's continue.
All right.
Okay,
I rolled-
okay.
I
Yeah,
rolled a
she
Yes,
would.
we can go on.
And we're
Yeah.
walking.
Caitlin would just go out there and just sit probably and just
Okay.
kind of be like, I don't know what to do. So
All right.
Kaylin, what do you
probably-
want on your pizza?
I'm not sure that she could hear you outside on the balcony throughout the entire house.
Nice. Rain, you have your did you get a chance to roll that percentile die?
See, and I rolled a 14.
All right. So you're praying, and as you're praying to your Raven Queen, or your sorry, what's the name that you typically use when matron? Is that it? No,
Let me find my-
it's just
I think so, but
you're praying to your deity, and you know that so far within your rather close interactions with her, that she exists in shards and pieces. That she's very, very wounded, as she shared with you most recently. She's a collection of memories at this point, and not much substance. But you feel her otherworldly gaze upon you, and you get a number of memories, not yours, other than, as this is often how she communicates, memories of a person, memories of night falling and a person climbs into their big comfortable bed, and then another memory of night falling and a person in the streets pulling up what they can, some straw, to keep warm and going to sleep. And then another memory of the sun setting and night falling, and a child looking up at the moon before falling asleep, looking out on their little bench by their window. And again, night falls, someone falls asleep, and that's the imagery you're getting.
so this is basically other people's
Other people's memories. Mhm.
memories. Okay.
Mhm.
Galathor would like to check in with Mort if there's a free second.
Please, yeah, go for it.
Um,
Go ahead, Ed. is a question I can save.
Mort, the labyrinth that you told me about earlier and the box. Do you think there might be some information about those things in Caitlin's library?
We could try. I mean, it wasn't pretty to look at. I mean, at least the labyrinth part. But we can. Yeah, I was either going to do that or go to the library in Zambora at the college. But Kalen's might be a better first shot. It's a good idea. And yeah, let's do that when we get a chance. Is Felix around?
Why, yes, Felix is around.
I was asking. No, I wasn't asking. It was just.
Oh.
And switch.
And switch. Well, I got you on the phone. Yeah. I'm going to gather up. I would like to try to gather up Felix and Emil.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab 3 glasses from the kitchen and lead them into the office on the first floor, on the far right, the office. Remember, it has the desk, 2 chairs.
Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay, neat. All right, so let's find this. Is this one just to the right of the balcony on that upper floor?
Lower floor, on the far
floor,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, to the right of the.
Oh,
library.
yeah, the back corner one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see
Has some
Felix
privacy.
as made this certainly as his base of operations in the keep. Things are organized.
Felix is just
in a way
spreading
that's
all
nice.
over.
I'll take one of the chairs outside the desk and let Felix and Emil fight over who gets the captain's chair at the desk. But I'll reach in my backpack and pull out the bottle of whiskey I bought in Calborum. It's supposed to be an old rare vintage, and pour out 3 drinks and say, I'm concerned. I wasn't there and I don't know the whole story, so I was just curious about what really happened with Ormia and that whole situation. And I'll tell you after I hear. You don't have to go vote, I guess. You just want to.
Felix downs his shot and puts the glass down. I'm going to need another one for that.
I'll gladly pour out another.
Emil will sip his shot slowly. Look thoughtful, but if Felix wants to lead on the story, then by all means. I assume we'll tell right from the beginning with the Renan Ayler and the crypt.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm asking, I had a short discussion with Kaylin. She said some things that worried me. Almost judgmental things. Like, there wasn't enough done, and she certainly felt that, and this would shock me, she used the word coward back then, about handling the whole situation. And I didn't feel comfortable enough not being there, not knowing, to either challenge her or to try to comfort her in a situation. I wasn't there. I can't, offer any advice. So I thought you two were there. I thought I'd bring this to your attention, let you know this is what's going through her mind.
You're a really good friend, Mort.
I'm concerned. It's those kind of words. Doesn't, from what I gathered, I mean, it seemed like just a bad situation, a tragedy, and nothing, really could have been, addressed at the time. I mean, we're all in a group and we all try to do the best we can in the moment. I mean, it sounds kind of harsh judgment, being judgmental on herself and, and the situation.
This is difficult, and I would never impugn on the honor of Felix in any way, but you should know that before Felix tells us part of the story that Ormia very nearly killed him. And Felix wasn't the only one of us that Ormia nearly killed. It's not... I have my own biases, but I don't think it's a straightforward story. Not in the way that it sounds like you've had it told. But Felix, by all means, give your perspective.
She, was drifting down a dark path, I think, and honestly, I'm not sure if there's anything anybody could have done at the time. We aren't who we are now. We weren't as powerful. We don't have the wisdom that we've gained in the meantime. Yeah, looking back on it, hindsight is 20/20. But in the moment, I don't know if there's anything else we could have done. We did the best we could do. We sent her back to her family.
I mean,
I think knowing the beginning and the end of the story, which we didn't know before, that the curse that we were subjected to started at the vows, and that Ormia has become a lich, it's maybe easier to draw a line between what we saw and where things have wound up. But it certainly wasn't clear at the time that what Ormia was doing was because of Yathaza's curse. Which I think is what Kaelin may have been implying, that we were afraid to take on that curse or afraid to see it. I don't know, but I don't think it was clear at the time that Ormia was just a victim of the curse that we all were subjected to. Another sip of whiskey.
Yeah, she just seems to be, I don't want to, taking it personally, or, I would say at this point, she certainly feels like she could have done more, and is taking it very hard that night. And I don't know what that would, lead her to do.
How much of that do we think is Kaelin, conscience, remorse, introspection? And how much of that is whatever the force that took her eye?
That's an excellent question. I don't know. I don't know. It's a possibility.
The thought that scares me the most is there's an argument to be made that Ormia was a dark person who fell under dark influences in her efforts to save someone she felt needed to be saved. That you can describe Kaelin's story maybe the same way, depending on what her patron is.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Ormia only ever wanted to rescue her mentor, right? She just wanted to save people, and Kaelin wants to save people. That's who Kaelin is. And she has made a deal with something.
Some entity. We don't know.
Some entity to give her power, possibly to save people. I'm not saying it's going to turn out exactly the same way, but maybe Kaelin senses the similarities and has empathy for Ormia, given her own plight. Or maybe it's the whiskey talking. I've never had this stuff before, and it's strong.
I'm glad I bought it. Yeah, I brought this up to you because, you've been with her from the beginning, and maybe she'll hear. I don't feel like I have any footing to to address the way she's thinking about this. I don't think
I
she's.
disagree. I think she trusts you a lot.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I have the gravity, not knowing, not being there. I can reassure her all I can that, no, you did everything you could, but I wasn't there.
Well, maybe that's an advantage. I was there and I have my own biases about Ormia. You weren't there. You'd probably be a better and more sympathetic listener. If you feel comfortable. I'm not trying to push you down a road that you don't want to do, but I'm in no hurry to talk to Kaylin about this subject because the subject's upsetting to me too.
Do you feel you did everything you could? That's you.
I'm with Felix, although maybe we did everything we should.
I mean, yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. I mean, I'm sure you probably didn't even know what was going on at the time. I mean, were you even aware of what was afflicting her at the time? I mean, when
We were
saw
aware
her-
of the curse. We were afflicted by the same curse. Most of the rest of us were draining the blood of the unwilling.
Assuming you all are planning to put a stop to her.
Don't know.
She certainly looks, from my interactions with her, to be wholly in the corner of Yathaz and the group. So she gets in the way. I mean, if she's part of that plot, I can't see any other way of dealing with her.
I think the party, the Stormfall Alliance, there's a lot of powerful people here who will stand toe to toe against Ormia if it comes to
So we know this goes.
I don't think that's my part in the story.
Well, I think we can agree whatever she's trying to do now, she needs to be stopped. She's working for Yathaz.
Well, when you set off, don't leave me behind. I'm coming with you.
Mort will take a deep pull of his drink.
I'll take the day.
This is a change of heart.
Sometimes doing what's necessary trumps personal happiness, I think.
Emil will take a big sip on that one.
Well, I would appreciate your help, but I mean, no one will think the lesser of you. I mean,
I'm coming.
no one has. Okay, I'm not going to argue. I'll pour him another drink. But I mean, just be on the watch for. I mean, her mind doesn't seem to be in a good place about this. I thought
I think your intuition is right on the money. Yes. I agree.
okay. All right, let's see what we can do about the situation.
Okay. All right.
I have a thing.
Yeah, go for it, Aaron. I was just thinking, like, I'm gonna go next. All right,
Yeah, we
Aaron,
need
go
the
for
air
it.
to get.
Okay,
lighter.
while they were out having their serious conversation, Aaron was working with Brixtree to mend Felix's pan.
Mhm.
So she's having Brixtree do the mending, and in the cracks, Aaron is going to use her newly learned prestidigitation
Mhm.
to put the gold in the lines in the cracks.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
So it's probably like less gold and more bronze because it's Aaron. So she's like, okay, they're gonna be gone for a while, so let's put this back together. So they were doing that.
All right. Okay. Just putting that back together, one mend at a time. All right. Let's see. Rain, you had a question for me earlier. Do you recall it, perchance? No worries if not.
It has. Oh. All I was gonna ask. Was that all that happened?
That's it. I mean, you get from that repeated imagery that she may have more for you when night falls if you go to sleep. It feels pretty straightforward.
Okay. I fall.
Okay. And Kaylin, are you still? You're out on that balcony, right?
Balcony. Yeah, I would say that she's probably still. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she she might just use her sending stone to Brewer and just warn him just to be careful with, and give just a brief description of what Ormia might look like as much as she can.
Okay. You'll actually get a reply to that from Brewer. From Ormia, no, just kidding. From Brewer.
Oh, God. F you.
Reply from Brewer.
Brewer's in pieces. Oh, it's Kaylin.
Awesome. And Brewer says, thank you, Kaylin. Or just Sarah. I will inform the watch. I need to talk with you. May I have permission to use your teleportation circle in the morning?
She'll reply back. Yeah, that sounds good. See you then.
Okay.
Finholt.
Nice. Okay. All right. So our team of compatriots here. Are you approaching Kayla now, or what are you all doing now that
Oh, God!
your team is finished? We're the sharks,
Kaylin jumps off the balcony.
It's a little late for combat, isn't it?
We go to the artificing room and we wait.
God.
Intervention.
Just go where the bread is. She'll show up
Kaylin.
sooner or later.
Kaylin walks back inside, and there are signs up everywhere. Intervention.
The last thing you expected is the party intervention.
Nice.
Goodness.
So what would you do? You three have any designs for the afternoon? I should ask. The party.
I'd probably, based on what Galathor, I'd probably hook up back with Galathor and see if we can get access to Kaylin's library if she's so willing.
Okay. If you to look about the house, you'll eventually find her out on the balcony.
Hey.
Okay, how's the view?
Same as it was. What's up?
Galathor had brought up the idea, and I think it's a good idea if we can. when you have a moment of opportunity and free, to use your library. We want to look up a few things.
Sure. Yeah, are you wanting to use it now? Are we going to Zambora today or tomorrow to speak with Shuffletrot?
Oh, good point. Yeah, we can wait till later.
I mean, how we would know, Dan, but how long does it take to get to Zambora again? It's like what, 3 hours?
3.5, 4 hour walk. Yeah.
Walk. Okay.
Yeah, we can take the carpet. I guess bring it down to 2 hours. I think it was.
Yeah, it's about half time. Yeah, exactly, around 2 hours.
Did we ever get that teleportation circle and the shopkeepers?
Yeah, I remember that way back when.
Oh gosh, I think that he told you the cost.
Oh yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. We just travel. It's fine. Okay. So do you want to use it now, or do we want to head out today, or get a fresh start tomorrow?
I think, considering the severity of the things that are going on, I think maybe we should go see Shuffletrot now and address those things. Ask around,
I just have to be at the keep in the morning.
Okay. I don't think we'll be. Hopefully, not that long.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but you can use. We can use the library tonight, if you want to, or tomorrow, or whenever.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. Just give you a heads up. Okay.
Sure.
Your generosity.
Yes. Thank you. And
Wait, who is this? Is this Galathor or is this Felix?
It's Galathor.
Galathor.
Okay. She just gives like a weird smirk to Gallat, like, okay.
nice.
I mean, if you guys ever need to use the library, just let me know. It's okay.
all right, I'll Mort go through the keep and just generally announce we're going to Zambora to talk to Shuffletrot.
Field trip.
All aboard. School bus is leaving soon.
Wait, the pizza's almost ready.
Oh, that's right. We should eat first.
Okay, we can do that.
Felix, look! We fixed it!
Oh boy.
I mean, I know you said it wasn't the same, but we fixed it still.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate the thought. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome. Pizzas for everyone.
a nice, quick, a nice, tasty meal. Brings you to around 3 o'clock or so.
And soup for Felix.
Yes, and broth is set there, and some soup has been made.
Caitlin would make sure that Rain's in here.
Okay. All right. So the topic of heading to Zambora to meet up with Councilperson Shuffletrot is brought up. Who would like to go aside from Mort and Galathor?
I think after after having that little whatever you call it, Rain is gonna find a bed and just nap.
Okay.
Emil will stay with Pseudobrixie.
Ah, okay, neat.
Nice.
Neat. Pseudobrixie waves like out the front door, like until you're out of sight, like bye.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Bye. It's like a long ass time, yeah, because it's a nice. And then returns with Emil to hang out. She's gonna ask Emil for a little tour of the rest of the building. She came out of her tree, came back down to the kitchen, and did that to say goodbye. And now it's just hopeful for a little tour.
Since we haven't seen Devanya, Aaron is gonna leave a few mini pizzas in the kitchen for her.
Ah, okay, neat. All right. So you head up to the city. It's around 5, And Councilperson Shuffletrot is in a meeting, but she'll be out. It won't be till later on in the evening, about 8:30 tonight. Would you safely navigate up to the city, and inside you technically live, you're a resident of Zambora, even though you live outside the city. So yeah, and you're all kind of known now anyway. So
Unincorporated Zambora.
yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. And the person, I'm so sorry. She's in a rather important council meeting. But I'm sure I'm sure she would love to see you as soon as she's done. It's around 7:38, 8:30 tonight. Sometimes they run a little bit late. I can make sure your stay is comfortable if you wish to stay. Or she has nothing on her docket tomorrow, and I can make sure that is open at whatever time best suits you.
I would say we'll see her tonight.
Wonderful. Can I get you anything to eat or drink to make you more comfortable here while you wait? Would you like a tour?
What are we
Where-
doing?
Where exactly are we?
You're in the administrative building, not that
Oh.
initial one where you go in, but
How
this is like the
exciting.
grand one where all the big meetings take place. There's a fountain in the hallways. I mean, they're really wide, like 30-foot hallways. Big old fountain in the middle of it.
How excited does this person seem about about the tour?
Yeah, more excited
that's-
than a person would normally be. Yeah.
I become
Aaron will definitely take a tour. Yeah, Aaron would definitely. Yes.
Won't regret this.
I am excited.
Come. Anyone that wishes to stay here, the office is yours until Councilperson Shuffletrot returns. Anyone that wants to come with me, there's free candy on the tour as well.
Can we go out and come back
Of course.
in the city?
Yes.
Great.
All right. So I'm gonna say that you're all able to go out. If there's any shopping you want to do or anything else, you can let me know off stream.
Okay.
Anything you want to role play, of course, we'll add in. Otherwise, I'm gonna flip time a little bit here because you all won't get back to the keep until at the earliest 9 o'clock, right?
Right.
And Rain is resting. So Rain, you fall asleep, and you're able to nap. And you nap and you nap and you nap and you nap for several hours. But around the time that night falls, you have another dream or perhaps vision. And before you, lined up are numerous Shadar-kai. And you know that for the most part, they are loyal servants of the Raven Queen. Whatever these other ones are seem to be outside of that entirely. But you are back in that grand estate of the Raven Queen in the Shadowfell. And you're within one of the large open chambers where a number of these Shadar-kai would train and hold meetings. And they all are facing you. You are entering in your dream this big room at the very end of it. And there are two long rows, maybe 10 Shadar-kai wide by each grouping is another 10. It's 10 by 10, then another 10 by 10, and there's two lines, one on the left, one on the right. And you see a shard, like a broken mirror shard with some haze around it, way down at the end, towards the front of the room. And so you walk toward it. You recognize that as your queen, your deity, the Raven Queen, the matron. And as you walk by each row of Shadar-kai, they turn and face you and kneel. As you walk by, all the way down some 100 rows of 10 on either side, all the way up to the Raven Queen. And the Raven Queen, the billowing dark nature to her, the shadowy nature, almost takes a humanoid form with just a shard of her face, like a mirror's reflection. And you feel compelled, of course, before your deity, you take a name yourself. And memories, other people's memories, once again flood your mind. Servants loyal to the Raven Queen, paladins, champions, clerics that have long served the Raven Queen and served her well, receiving their reward and an ascension to better serve her. And you feel the emotions of each of these memories as they kneel before the Raven Queen. And the first one, a young elven woman, probably only 150 years old or so, kneels, and her form shifts from that of a high elf into this shadowy Shadarkai form. And this feeling of pride, a pride that in herself, that she did not get from her parents, she did not get from her loved ones, and that she had to work hard to earn this on her own. And that feeling of achievement and accomplishment fills your heart. And then the next memory, a very, very old, possibly late 80s human kneels down before the Raven Queen, and the guilt at all these terrible decisions this person made in their life and what they did to try and find a road to redemption very late in life that brought him to serving the Raven Queen and putting his faith and her needs and wishes before any of his led him to this. And to him, it's a very humbling moment, but also filled with that a peace and an undue happiness. He feels undeserving of this, but is so thoroughly happy that he has found his place here and that he is receiving this reward. Then you come back after several iterations of this. This is the Raven Queen asking you if you are willing and ready for this ascension. You have served her well. She wishes to reward you with this, but it is your choice to make. How do you reply to your queen, your deity?
Oh, that was a load. Okay.
She's like, what? What'd you? No, just kidding.
Load
What
of
do you
what?
mean? No. That piercing eye in the mirror's reflection, watching you, gazing, awaiting your answer.
Rain. You said that Rain is kneeling right now, correct? Okay. Rain is going to do a slight bow and say, "I accept," and that's it.
And this shadowy nature to her body, just a few wisps of it start to crawl across the ground and over you, wash over you. And then you watch as your form begins to shift from its current nature into this shadowy-esque form. And you feel all that time since you were left at the temple, the clerics there that felt you were quite a handful and difficult to manage, but they still cared for you with all their hearts. Your eagerness and interest in what comes after life and how that balance between life and death works and the transition from life to death. Your early gifts from the Raven Queen to be able to see the dead and how you've thoroughly and actively pursued that. And then your years training here, going through everything you did, leaving when you were told to leave by the Raven Queen, and going out into the world, getting shipwrecked off of Bon Lodier, and finding your way to the streets there, and pursuing still nothing but what you could do with the gifts that the Raven Queen bestowed upon you. And so in this moment you feel, how do you feel? What kind of positives do you feel from receiving this ascension, if any?
speechless. And just a feel of just overwhelmedness.
It's quite the mantle that is bestowed upon you both, and as a reward and as a responsibility. You feel the weight of both of those, and then you look up. The shadowy nature of the Raven Queen dissipates. The reflection fades from the mirror, and the mirror just into a number of pieces, as it does when she leaves your presence. And you hear behind you the and you turn and look. All of these other Shadar Kai in these your little platoons here, effectively, have stood and faced and saluted you, and then turned to face one another to create a hallway back out of this room, which you do. And as you go past each one, you hear solemn praise from some that you interacted with while you were there. Some very moderate clapping. They're very reserved Shadar Kai. They're not all about happiness and such per se. So, and you go down the hallway and leave this area, and you won't wake up until morning, but when you do, you'll have the Shadar Kai form. You'll have the long elven ears, and the partially smoky, somewhat substantive arms and body. With a little, as you move your arm, there's like a little smoke trail that leaves behind it, and it's mostly there, but partly not, as it's partly made of shadow. But we'll get to that tomorrow morning. We still have other stuff to deal with tonight. Next time, because that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, Lord.
Surprise! Oh, those are...
That's gonna be fun.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You
yes.
guys remember what happened the last time we had inter-party conflict?
Nope. Awesome. Oh my goodness, excuse me.
Does her face still look like Rain, at least?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
It's
just
slightly
looks like
more elven, more noble in features. She has the ears now, because it's a sub-race of elf. So she's got the long, tall ears now. Sort of a more gaunt, noble face. Yeah.
This is going to be fun for the crossover.
Well, I'm glad I didn't redo the art for Adult Rain.
I was thinking that.
There you go. Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Get the eraser
Steph
out.
is over here like, are we done changing our characters?
Else right
Can
now I would be
finalize the
like,
group?
well, I'm done.
And that's
Well,
that.
Steph, if you were really in the middle of creating an adult Rain, I would like to see that.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, okay, sad.
Nice.
Steph, I will message you what
Okay, cool.
Shut up,
Rain
Rain.
looks like. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, my stars. Okay, so.
And also, what was with everybody trying to break me tonight?
I don't know.
What was up with that?
You're just trying to.
We were just talking to Brickstree.
Yeah.
No.
Real emotions, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh,
I was trying
Brixie had
so hard
a
to-
strong impact on everyone, yeah.
Yeah, I did not know how strong of an impact until everybody was just telling stories. It was like,
So for anyone that is new here to the channel, you have been watching Stormfall. We play every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. This is our, drama campaign, right? The feels, there's certainly battle and everything else. It's just a lot of stakes here. Oh my gosh. So as you can see by our schedule, we have a boatload of D&D, especially a lot that runs 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Check out the schedule here for which shows go where. We also have every Friday before Stormfall, you can watch Steph here do her show Mad Art with Steph, noon to 3 Eastern time. And I don't know if someone can link. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much, Mariah. consider joining our Discord, because in there we have a boatload of fun and there's so many things going on in there. But also you can vote on which fan art Steph does. She draws, lets us vote on different scenes from different campaigns that are impactful, and then she'll draw it. So that's awesome.
We need more Stormfall art.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. A certain other campaign keeps beating us out.
Nice.
Cheers.
Well, Tears and Obsidian. Yeah.
Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian's extra silly. Every Saturday we have in a different time slot, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. You can catch Tower of Dreams, another D&D campaign, just at a different time frame there. And every Sunday, 2 to 5 Eastern, you can catch Victoria hosting Madbird Plays Games, where she gets a bunch of us from across different, the channel. And we play Jackbox and tabletop games and a bunch of really, really fun stuff. And we've got more coming up. We've got a new campaign here coming out next, not this Saturday, but next. It's not actually tomorrow, it'll be the following Saturday. Okay, so if you want to catch any previous episodes, you can always jump on our YouTube here and consider subscribing to stay up to date. But hit us up in that Discord, because we are awesome and hilarious and very active. Whew. All right, so thank you all. Thank you, players. Another amazing night of incredible role play. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. I wish applause could be heard through the internet, so everyone can give you a
Thank you,
rousing-
Dan.
No, I'm sitting here being an idiot. But that's very kind, so thank you.
There is
for
no
that.
story
Yeah.
without the narrator.
Ah, that's
Exactly.
very sweet. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I have so much fun here and with all of you. And thank you, viewers, for chilling with us and being hilarious and all around awesome. We are going to raid one of our friends, Captain Robert. So I do hope you'll stick around a bit here and see some other amazing tabletop. I believe they're doing like a cyberpunk D&D right now. Let's head on over there.
Interesting.
Say hi, show some mad bird love. Oh, right. We need a call for when we raid, and I thought caw. If you like it, use it. If not, forget it.
Caw and then spam Dan it.
Yeah. Nice.
Caw, MFers.
Take care, everyone. I can't wait to catch you all soon. We'll catch you, what do we have Friday? So tomorrow, Tower of Dreams, 6 to 9. Catch you all soon, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.